Welcome back, y'all. We are here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's crazy. We'll give you a little more on why we're here in Birmingham, Alabama. Alabama. Yeah, that's crazy. So it's just me and Khian tonight.
Yes,
it's
sir,
11 o'clock. I think so, yeah.
It's late.
Oh, no, a little after 10:30, almost 11 o'clock. And we're here in Birmingham, Alabama. But again, my name is Nate, and I get the honor to serve as a students director at Transformation Church.
I'm Khian. I serve on the students team, also the digital team on Sundays.
Hey, come on. And, we back with a Students Unfiltered podcast. A lot of people have been asking for it to drop, even on Thursdays.
I know.
They're like, oh, it's got to drop on Thursdays. I'm like, yo.
Alive?
Yeah.
No.
Live? Oh, Instagram live podcast?
Oh.
That
could go hard.
That would
Live
actually
comments?
that would be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think a lot of people do that, actually. I know a couple people in their podcasts say they do that live. But yeah, so what's been happening in your life, Khian?
It's been happening in my life.
Last week.
I mean, this past week has been kind of crazy.
Yeah?
Just yesterday, we had motion night.
Hey.
That was big.
Motion Night is wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It was camo night, so everyone was wearing their camo.
Yeah. Oh, and tell us more about that.
Yeah, so I had a camo hat I was going to wear, right?
Yeah, Khian's like, I have a camo hat. Is that enough? I'm like, come on, dude. You're a student leader. You're a culture carrier. So let's get a little bit more involved in the culture of the night. So what'd you do?
So it's camo night, so you gotta come ready. It's motion night. You gotta go big for motion night.
Yeah.
So I went to Target, and I found the last camo thing they had.
That's
which just
wild.
happened to be my size.
That's
Got some
wild.
camo pants and showed up.
You should have went to Walmart. Walmart is the place for
Yeah?
camo stuff. Yeah. Walmart has a lot of camo stuff because they have a hunting and fishing and like camping section.
You're right.
Which Target really doesn't have.
No.
And they don't have the clothes to fulfill all that. So, but Target still came through.
Yeah, barely.
Barely. But they came through, and yeah. So that was really it. That's just Motion Night was really all that really happened this past week.
There's
For you?
we're at like this place right now, which is pretty cool. It's called the Motion Leaders Summit. So it's been really fun. That's where we just came back from.
Yeah, that's why we're in Birmingham. But let's talk a little bit about Motion Night before.
Yeah.
So what did we talk about Motion Night?
Motion night was on the names of God.
Ooh, come on. Yeah, we started a series, Names of God. And it was wild because I started out telling the story about how I don't like the name Nathaniel, but a guy that I was with on the golf course, his son was named Nathaniel, and I'm like, ooh, that's my bad. And then I went into a joke, right? A meme that's actually pretty funny. And it's a meme about this kid asking the dad why they name his sister Rose or whatever name. And he's like, oh, because your mom loves roses. And then he's like, oh, thanks, Dad. And he's like, no problem, Oreo McFlurry. And it's like he named his son Oreo McFlurry because they were like
Oreo McFlurries.
No one laughed. Y'all, when I'm telling you, no one laughed. It played so differently in my head. And let me tell you, I'm okay with that because I need those moments to humble me because I have not had a moment like that yet. Every joke that I've told, I'm not crazy on jokes. I only tell a couple of them, but they normally stick.
Yeah.
That one was the first one where I've kind of told, and no one, I think, oh, there's my phone. Sorry, y'all. I need to. Saquon Barkley actually scored me a lot of points on fantasy football tonight, so that was big. Yeah, so I normally tell little jokes. I'm not a big jokester, but this is the first time I've told a joke that didn't land. But I think it's because people didn't understand it at first. They're like, why would they call him Oreo McFlurry? And then I was like, oh,
It took a second.
It took a second. So then it was then after it took a second, the moment was over, so no one laughed. So I was like, ooh, tough crowd. It was crazy.
It was a tough crowd.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
that was wild. But then after that, we went into the name Jehovah Jireh. Learned about that. What does Jehovah Jireh mean?
Jehovah Jireh. Okay, so
I'm putting him on the spot.
Jehovah. Okay, one of them was was it?
Oh man, he don't even know.
I was running around with the camera. So
Dang.
one of them, no, because they were on screen. Because it was two different meanings. So Jehovah and Jireh are two different things.
Yeah, but what does it mean together? Jehovah Jireh.
Jehovah Jireh. Because one of them was the same as Yahweh.
Yeah, that's Jehovah.
Yes.
That's
Jehovah.
Jehovah is Yahweh in Latin. Yeah.
And then is Jireh forever?
No.
No. Shoot.
Ooh,
I mean, the other
dang.
thing.
Y'all, see, Khian, he don't even, that was last night. We're shooting this, and that was the last night, and Khian doesn't even remember.
Don't call me out like that.
That's wild.
It's in my
So,
notes.
Jehovah, you're right, is the Latin name for Yahweh. And Jireh means to provide or to see to it, right? And so when you put those things together, Jehovah Jireh, it means the Lord is my provider. The Lord will provide. So when you say Jehovah Jireh, it's like the Lord is my provider, okay? And so it's saying it's like Yahweh, the one and only God, is the provider of all my needs. And I think it's really powerful. And we looked at the story of Abraham and Isaac, right? Because although we hear that name a lot, especially in the Maverick City music, Jireh song, right? It's only seen one time in the Bible we talked about, and it's in Genesis 22:14, where after God provided for Abraham and his son Isaac, Abraham said, I will call this place the Lord will provide, because on this mount the Lord had provided, right? And so we really walked through that. And in the end, whenever I was going through it and creating the sermon, I saw someone break it down in a way where I've never seen the story broken down this way, where he brought it back into full, because Mount Moriah, where Abraham and Isaac was, where that took place, Abraham about to sacrifice Isaac, would later become Jerusalem, and which Jesus was crucified on the outskirts of Jerusalem, or outside, near Jerusalem, whatever. And so this whole thing was a foreshadowing of the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus as the ultimate lamb, as the ultimate Jehovah Jireh. So, so like Abraham, God asked Abraham to sacrifice his one and only son, right? When they walked up the mountain, Isaac had the wood that he would be sacrificed on his shoulders, carrying it up, right? And then, you see Isaac on the altar, and it's like, that's us. And then God provides a substitutionary sacrifice, the once and for all, like, sacrifices Jesus. And so it's like, it's a whole foreshadowing moment that you see that if you look at that story as like an isolated story, you're not going to, it's a powerful story, but you're not going to see the significance. But if you look at the Bible as a whole, everything from the Old Testament points to Jesus. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, the Gospels are all about Jesus, and then everything after that in the New Testament points back to Jesus, right? So everything's about Jesus. So if you look through it the lens of how everything's about Jesus, and when I went through that on stage, I was even tearing up, because it's like just such a revelation. It's like, man, all this time, everything is about Jesus. Everything we go through, everything, like, it's all about Jesus. And so in the end, like, God will provide. He is our Jehovah Jireh, our provider for not just our problem today, but our problem for eternity, like your eternal salvation. Like our destination was hell, but God sent his one and only son to die for you and me, right? So whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life, right? So because of that, we get an eternity with him. So God is Jehovah Jireh for our eternity, right? So I think it's pretty cool. And
we can get back to the names in a second, but I think because how you're saying, like, it's like the whole Bible is about Jesus. I think that's so cool, because, like, I think it's easy to see the Bible as, like, each chapter is like a different, like, part of, like, life almost, because I mean, they are like years and years apart, but it's like, no, like, a book has an overarching story, like, even like from the beginning to the end, it's all about, like, this one central, like, most books are themes, but this is about this one person. And I think that says, I've never thought of it as like it, because I know it's like I almost thought of it as like Jesus is in it, but like this is a bunch of, like, stories put together of God, but, like, no, it's all one big story of Jesus. That's crazy.
Dude,
that's cool.
It's pretty sick, and yeah, man, it's powerful. And one of the other things, when I was talking about Abraham and Isaac, when he got to the edge of the mountain and they're gonna walk up, Abraham brought some servants with him, so they got to the point they're like, all right, Isaac and I are gonna go up, and what Abraham told his servants, he says, we're gonna go up and worship, and then we will come back.
Wow.
So it's that one little word, we. He's saying we will come back. So what does that mean? What does that mean when he says we will come back? Abraham has so much faith in God that because God promised Isaac, that he knows God is going to be faithful to his promise, faithful to his word, that he knows God will allow Isaac to come back with him. Whether, and here's a kicker, like I talked about in Hebrews 11, it says that Abraham had so much faith that even if God allowed him to sacrifice Isaac, he believed God would resurrect Isaac. So he believed and had so much faith that God is the provider, that he serves a resurrecting God. And I think that is that was wild to know that, Abraham had so much faith in God because that he is faithful to his promises, and he promised Isaac, and Isaac was a promise from him and his wife Sarah. So yeah, it's a powerful word. But it was just a powerful night. There was good worship, good vibes, and walking tacos. Walking tacos were sick. Yeah. Laura and Nick, they killed it with the walking tacos. It was fire.
And also those, they're like s'mores brownies.
Oh yeah, s'mores brownies. That was wild.
I did not know we were gonna have those.
I know, me neither.
The best surprise of my life.
It was a surprise by me. It was a surprise. Wow. So, but yeah, no, Motion Night was sick. And yeah, so which then leads us to today. We drove up to Birmingham. We're at Motion Leader Summit. Right, we got our name tags. Nate, what does yours say?
It says Khian.
Does it in Egyptian hieroglyphics?
Yeah,
Khian,
not far off.
Khian doesn't have good handwriting, y'all.
It's barely, if you can even call it handwriting.
So yeah, Motion Leader Summit is something that Motion or Church of the Highlands puts on for like student directors, youth pastors, and their teams to pour into them, right, and to give back to them. And so we brought some people up this time. Normally it's just Chris and I, but we brought some people up. So share about what you've liked so far and what you're excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, so far we got there already. The vibes were immaculate.
Vibes.
Like just like walking in, I was like, oh, this
is your first time ever at Church of the Highlands, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I've been to the actual church before. First time at the college. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So because I had never been in the building before, and I walked in, I was like, this is kind of really cool. And it was interesting being like the youngest person there. Yeah. Because usually the events I go to are youth events, and it's like I'm kind of the young one now. But I thought it was really cool how it's these people are here, all these like youth leaders and youth pastors, students directors are all here to not only learn about like God and like about what he can do, but how they can apply it to their own like youth programs and like their own churches. I think that's really cool how like these people they care so much that they'll drive we drove like 4 hours here. Like that, man. That's crazy. I think that's so cool how like they want to come here not just for their own walk with God, but for their students' walk with God. I think that's really cool. And then like how you there's 8 of us here. Like last year, I think you said it was only you and Chris. Yeah,
it was me and Chris for like 2 years, and then so.
Yeah, and then this year you decided to bring up all the captains and me, and like how you see how we also want to do the same thing of how we in our teams we want to grow that like our own students. And I think it's really cool.
Yeah, man, I think it's important because like Pastor Brad was talking to us, is like we want everybody to play the long game. This isn't the short game. Like I want the team members to still be on the team 10 years down the road, like 5-10 years down the road, right? It's not like I'm going to get as much as I can out of you and let you burn out and then all right, next person up, right? And some people do it that way, and that's very it hurts my heart that happens because I've been in some scenarios with bad leadership, and that's not good, right? Because at TC, Transformation Church, we say that we care more about you than what you can do for us, right? So this is kind of like what I kind of want to do with especially the team and stuff, and get y'all in an environment that pours back into you, and breathes a new breath of air in you, that God can give you new vision. Like that was the last thing tonight, talking about new vision. Like give you a new vision, not just for youth ministry, but your life, right? Because there's so much more there's so much more ministry out there outside of the church and youth ministry. But I'm planning on next year even bringing more. Like I think it's because just the first time Chris and I went, it was really just like 30 people, and then the next year we went, it was like as many people. I was like, this is a surprise. I didn't know we were supposed to bring all our teams. So then this year we brought the team, and then I think next year we have even other student leaders graduating and stuff. And so just bring in more people to be in an environment that they get to be poured back into. But also, this is team bonding. You know, we have a good time. It's fun, and so yeah.
And then on how you were saying the actual like the last session was about like vision, and because they were talking about like how leaders can be like nearsighted, farsighted, and also like
stigmatism.
It starts with the A, and just that last moment of when it wasn't even when worship had quite started yet. It was when he was preaching while like the band like came on stage.
Yeah.
And he had invited all like the leaders up front, and it was really just a moment of like everyone was in like just like their own worship for themselves, but also like it was also all the leaders praying for each other as leaders, from leader to leader. And how I think it's cool how to think of it as leaders are also just as much students as we are.
Come on.
Because they're like,
absolutely.
I thought it was really cool because I would see all these like, the actual like pastors like go up and like, you have the exact same walk with God, and I also have the same walk with God.
Yep.
Like it's the same God. Like, and it's interesting because you always see them in that leader position. You never see them in the more vulnerable side.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really cool to see how everyone in this room is on their vulnerable side.
Yeah.
And how. And everyone, because it was talking about vision, and I think just like that really spoke to me specifically about vision, and because there's been so much uncertainty. I feel like recently with me and my vision, not just for my future, but just like
gotcha.
Because he was talking about which one was it? Farsight, where it's you can't even see like what's right in front of you.
Yeah.
And I think it's not like everyone is. It's almost like you're not just either nearsighted or farsighted. It can be a bit of both at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, big picture wise, like that's really scary to see. Like this is how my life will turn out, and like how will God help me through this?
Yeah.
And I also think it's like, but like right now, like what am I supposed to be doing? Like is this what you called me for, God? And I think just seeing how like I don't know. I think it really spoke to me in that way.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. I think it's cool. And you know, like you say, you are arguably one of the youngest people there. I don't know how many other student leaders they have that are actually like, what are you, 17?
16.
16. You just had the opportunity because, as the audience knows, you're homeschooled. So,
every
episode, we got to find some way to intertwine Khian being homeschooled. But yeah, no, you have, and your mom was gracious enough to allow you to come.
Shout out to Mother.
Yeah, shout out to Heather. Heather gets all these shout outs. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool to have you here and to let you be in an environment like this at the age that you're in is not very few far in between for a lot of people. So what you get to do is pretty cool. And but yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. There's a lot of breakout sessions that hopefully we'll be bringing back to the youth ministry and stuff. But yeah, man. Anything else?
I just want to say thank you for inviting me out here, dude. I think it's been really cool.
It's been chill.
It's super cool.
I mean, it's pretty cool. We're even doing this in a hotel lobby at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock.
Yeesh.
Yeah, we're about 5 minutes till 11 o'clock.
Take a nap.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, this is the first time we did this at TC. Actually, when we were at ARC, we did a podcast, the TC's podcast, and it was outside because it was actually nice and not dark, but yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm excited to see how this will turn out. And I think next week we will have Exandria and AV back on. So that'll definitely be cool. But yeah, we're getting good views from this. If you comment, what do you want us to talk about? Let us know. We want to know what you want to talk about. But yeah.
Yeah. Do you possibly want to see a live one in the future? Who knows?
Ooh, I'm down for a live one. I mean, this is basically so cool. Live. You don't really edit it. I haven't seen an episode where you edit stuff out except for the first episode. The first episode was wild because of AV, and that was wild. But outside of that, this is live by itself. So
yeah, keeping it raw, unfiltered.
Look at that. Yeah, man. But I mean, we're driving back tomorrow, so that'll be cool. But I mean, tomorrow, it's Monday whenever you get this. So
So like
Friday.
2 days ago.
Yeah. 2 days ago?
3
3 days ago.
I keep thinking it's Friday today.
Yeah. Yeah, but seriously, like, comment, let us know what you want to talk about. Subscribe. Let us know what you want to talk about, so we can have topics that you want to, like, this is for y'all. This is why we always see podcasts with like older people talking about subjects for youth or just, and it's like, but I know y'all want to hear it from your peers, from your leaders that you look up to in school and just around, and that's why we have this. So let us know what you want to talk about, right? What do you want to talk about, Khian?
What do I want to talk about?
I want to talk about how you need a haircut.
Actually, just got trimmed like a week
ago.
ago.
Who thinks Khian needs a haircut?
Yo,
let us know. I think he does.
I know
think
you
he does.
used
But
to being in Floyd and getting a buzz cut every other day.
Yeah, I was in the middle. You need a haircut. You need a good buzz cut, bro.
A buzz?
I next time or hey, we don't have trimmers. When you're asleep, just
no.
That would be wild.
Dude, Matt, I would be livid. I'm not even kidding.
Would you cry? Would you cry if you woke up with a big, like, straight?
I don't think I would be like, this has to be a dream. I don't think I would believe it.
And your hair grows back. You know it's actually healthy for your hair to cut it short and it to grow back naturally again, because then you don't have split ends and stuff like that.
I'm not buzzing my hair.
Bro, just try it.
No, what do you mean just try it?
How about if we get 1,000 views on this episode? You'll buzz cut your hair.
What's the time frame?
You'll buzz cut your hair.
What's the time frame?
A year from now.
A year from now.
A year from now.
Okay, so that means I won't have to get buzzed for at least a year.
Or once it hits 1,000 views. So if it hits 1,000 views within a week, then you have to get a buzz cut. Yo, do you want Khian to get a buzz cut?
Yeah, within a year. So on the 14th of November,
he's doing it for the views. Doing it for the views.
I will if we get 1,000 views on
out
this
the
episode.
Old, Kai Sinat tricks.
All right.
On and while you're getting your buzz cut, you have to be playing "Thick of It" by KSI.
No,
with Lunchly in Prime.
Ew. That would be
dude,
just an episode like cold opens. I'm just eating lunch with the buzz. Or you would shave my head on the episode.
On the episode, while you're eating Lunchlies, drinking Prime, while Thick of It and KSI on live buzzing your hair. If this hits 1,000 views within a year, that's what we're doing. That's it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it.
I'll shake on it. Yeah.
Shake on it.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all heard it here. So
I'm scared.
So share it, like it. Gosh darn it, share it so he can get 1,000 views because we wanted Khian to get a buzz cut.
I want 1,000 views. I'll take 999. I'll take 999.
Bro, I swear, I'm going to be praying. I'm going to be praying in the prophetic for Khian or in this video to reach 1,000 views.
All day tomorrow, you're just gonna be like, guys, I really just need.
Yeah, I'm gonna be I'm sharing it everywhere. And bro, I'm going to tell like a bunch of people. I've lived in 3 different states.
What a shake on, dude.
So we're gonna see how far I can get this.
I'm scared. I don't want to buzz my head.
Some of our videos already have over 100 views.
Wait.
I mean, some of our videos already have over 100 views. So
I was only thinking Spotify. I wasn't even thinking about YouTube.
I was talking strictly about YouTube, but
oh shoot.
I'm talking YouTube.
Screwed,
we'll say
dude.
on YouTube.
Okay.
We'll say 1,000 views on YouTube
I'm
in a year.
Screwed.
Khian's done.
That's like 3 months. I think we could hit that. If we really locked in, I think we could hit that in like 3 months.
Oh, brother, I'm gonna be locked in,
dude.
I can't do it.
I'm gonna edit that. I can't do this.
You better not.
Please no.
Change. Well, I think we covered just about everything.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go follow us on Instagram at Transformation Students, Spotify Students Unfiltered, YouTube Transformation Students, YTC.life for Actual Church. Get this video to 999 views, guys.
1,000 views, baby.
No, 999.
See, that's the thing. Like, you can't edit it now because you just used that multiple times over and over again. Then there's no video.
I just don't upload the video.
I'll be so mad, dude. No, but thank you guys for listening.
Yeah,
Khian,
thank you.
You're the man. We'll be back with AV and Exandria next week.
Yes, sir.
We're excited for that. So, but yeah, appreciate you guys. That's it.
3, 2, 1. We out.
Hey,
you did it this time.
Last week, I made you. Did you have that in?
I did.
All right, good.
Dude, what did I just agree to?
Dude, that's wild. Oh.